Good morning, Brush Monkeys, and welcome back to another Flying Monkey Friday. For the next 11 weeks, including this one, we're going to be taking a look at the Gunfighters II box set from Great Escape Games. This is another set of plastic gunfighters, like their Gunfighters box. As you recall, when I did the Gunfighters series, I did the all as characters from my favorite Western, Tombstone, and they came out really good. I really like how all those turned out. There was a lot of customization options on the sprues that allowed me to pretty much make the characters look almost exactly the way they did in the movies, which was fantastic. This time, Gunfighters 2 is all female gunfighters, and there's not a whole lot of female-led Westerns out there. So it's not like I can do the entire cast of one movie with this. So instead, I did some research into female-led Westerns and came out with a series of movies that I'm going to do. And the ones that I've decided to do, and we're going to do the same thing we did with the last ones, where I show you, I'm going to show you a still of the character, and then show you the sprue and what parts you'll need off of it, highlighted on that, and then we'll go into the build. We'll do the build. We're assuming you know how to put the miniatures together, so won't do that. We'll just show you the sprue for each character and what parts you'll need to build that character, and then the finished character, and then we'll go into painting it. And the ones I've chosen are Sharon Stone from The Quick and the Dead, Salma Hayek from Banditos, Natalie Portman from Jane Got a Gun, Megan Fox from Jonah Hex, Rosamund Pike from Hostiles, Evan Rachel Wood from Westworld, Raquel Welch from Bandolero, Haley Bennett from The Magnificent Seven, Michelle Dockery from Godless, and January Jones from Sweetwater. And they're all going to have essentially the same basing for all of them. There's going to be some commonalities between them, but the first one we're going to do tomorrow is going to be Sharon Stone from The Quick and the Dead, which is another one of my favorite videos. It's got Gene Hackman and Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe as well. Fantastic movie. This video was originally intended to be longer, and I had originally shot it with pictures of the sprues and everything, and unfortunately that got lost on my computer, so I don't have a whole lot of other video to show you. However, the sprues all come with some extra stuff on them, like the old ones did, where they had cow skulls and cactuses and stuff like that. This one's got these little cluster cactuses, you can see here, with the little flowers on top, and they also have chickens. So I've got a cactus, I've got a chicken, and then I've got a cactus with a chicken. So I'm just going to paint those for this video. So this should be fun, quick little paint, and it'll give you an idea of what I'm going to do with the basing to kind of tie all the gunslingers together. And yeah, so that should be fun. So bear with me. I'm going to go get the paints for these, and then we'll come back and start painting chickens. See you in a bit. Alright, we're back, and we're going to use this Vallejo Model Color Orange Brown for one of the chickens. It's going to be a Rhode Island Red. So that's going to be the base color, and then I'm going to give him a light dry brush of Astrath Red. They're both going to get red coxcombs and Palomino Gold legs. Not going to be able to see a whole lot on them. I mean, they're small-ass chickens, right? So the beaks and the legs will be those coxcombs. The other one is going to be white, so I've got misty gray and a white dry brush, and then around the tips of his wings and his tail, he'll get a little light dry brush of matte black. The two cactuses are going to be Death Guard green, and that really needs to be shaken up. Look at that. With a Coelia green shade wash, and then the flowers will be Pixie Pink with white centers on them. And then the dirt is going to be, I'm still picking out paints apparently, basic dirt then white glue, then a Grelin Earth, an Agrax wash, which hopefully I still have Agrax Earth shade. I do not. Okay, so that's going to be a strong tone wash from Army Painter. Tyrant Skull Dry. And then a little bit of, I put earth dry pigments or dirt from Renfest. So that's what I'm going to use. I've got this little bin of soil that I got from Renfest. Natural dirt always makes a better basing material than I think people really give it credit for. And I got this nice old box of dirt. So I'm going to use some of that on the bases. And make it look a little more natural. So yeah, that's how I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and get started on those, and then we'll come back and see how they look. All right, see you in a bit. All right, so I've got both the cactuses painted and shade washed, and both the chickens are at least base coated. So I'm going to give some time for those shade washes to dry, and then we'll come back and dry brush the chickens and paint the cactus flowers. And then we'll do the bases and we should be done. Quick little additional scenery kind of thing. And yeah, it's been fun. I'll be back in a little bit. Bye. Alright, so now we've got the chicken dry brushed. It's kind of hard to tell on the white one, but the red one you can definitely tell he's got a little more texture to him. And the cactus flowers are painted. I just need to do the little white bits on them. So I've got the white bits left on the flowers and the basing left to do. So I'm going to go ahead and go do those, and then we'll come back and see how they look. All right, see you in a bit. All right, so I got a little bit out of pocket with the basing. Forgot to shoot video. I based the bases in basic dirt. How many times can I say base in one sentence? Did that in basic dirt and then coated it with a thin coat of just Elmer's white glue. And the reason I did that is because the next step was putting on the Grelin Earth, which is a crackle paint. And this stuff works a lot better. You get bigger, deeper cracks with white glue on underneath it. That's one of two tips I can give you about using crackle paint. About using the crackle paints. Coat your base with white glue first, let it dry, and then put the crackle paint on. And then the second tip is the thicker you put the crackle paint on, the bigger the cracks. Like you can see already, this one's got some pretty big gnarly cracks in it because I put it on pretty thick. And they're all getting to be like that. But I decided just for texture's sake, in addition to the Grelin Earth, I would put on some Grelin Badlands, which is another texture paint, but it's more like sterling mud, where it's just this kind of gritty paint. It does crack if you put it on thick enough, so it's kind of a combination of the two. But for the most part, it's mostly a texture. So this will look kind of like churned up dirt or sand, and then this will look like flat, dry earth when it's done. When these dry, I'm going to give them a wash of Army Painter Strong Tone, which is essentially a Grelin, or not a Grelin Earth. It's essentially a Agrax Earth Shade. And then I'm going to dry brush them with the Tyrant Skull, and then these guys will be done. Just real quick, little neat. I can't really call them terrain. They're just kind of just something to add character to your games. Just kind of scatter them, and they don't really. There's no rules involving them. They don't stop bullets or act as cover or anything. It's just something to make the Wild West look more Wild Westy. So I think that's kind of cool. I think they're meant to be put on the gunfighters' bases themselves, but you know, there's more you could do with the base than just stick a chicken on it. So, so I decided to go ahead and do this. So yeah, when that dries, we'll give them a wash, and then we'll come back and see how they look, and then we'll dry brush them, and then these guys will be pretty well done. Right, see you in a bit. Alright, brush monkeys, there are our 3 pieces of kind of scatter terrain, interest terrain, whatever you want to call them, that we made with the extras from the Gunfighters 2 box. And here's all the characters that we made from them. We'll get into how we did each one of them and why they look the way they do in each individual video when we go to paint them. But yeah, that's the Gunfighters 2 box from Great Escape Games for Dead Man's Hand. And it's another really well done, really versatile kit. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Next week we'll get into painting them. Starting with Sharon Stone from The Quick and the Dead. So I'll see you there. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom from Flying Monkey Studios here. If you like what you see, click like. If you want to be notified when new videos come out, click subscribe. In the meantime, check out my other social medias on Instagram, Facebook, Hive, Tumblr, a couple others. I'm literally everywhere, Flying Monkey Studios. Go check that out. And thanks for watching. And in the meantime, I will see you guys later. Have a good day.